Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jay, and welcome to the Ship Life. So, I want to be honest with all of you. I am very angry, and just to be clear, it's nothing that any of you did. I'm angry with myself, and I'm going to explain why in a second. But I do want to establish something. There is always a lot of people that ask, why am I always explaining things, especially when they don't directly pertain to cruising? Why am I always talking about things on this channel about something that may be somewhat personal? The way I see it is when it comes to travel, cruising, or just like I said, travel in general, I do have a belief in that it is an experience. And even in my videos, I try to either capture the experience when I'm on board a cruise ship or traveling, or if I'm just talking about cruise tips or just, I try to make some type of message and give you guys some type of information. Now, in saying that, I do believe that this is a big reason why a lot of people are either extremely put off by my channel, or it's the reason why a lot of people are attracted to my channel. Personally, I don't care one way or the other. I believe that honestly, there is nothing that I can do in this world that is going to have me be loved by everyone, have my brand be loved by everyone. So just getting to the point, here's what happened. As most of you know, that I am going on a cruise to Alaska and I am taking my mom. And the thing is, yes, I'm extremely excited. I've expressed that I don't know how many times. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, even as a man, I can tell you that I've cried a couple times just at the fact that I'm able to give my mom this opportunity as she has never really traveled. But what bothered me this morning, because I usually wake up around 4 or 5 a.m. Now, given way back when, I used to do this to Uber until around 10 or 11 in the day, and it was horrible. But now I can just make videos and work out and do what I need to do. But anyway, when I woke up this morning, because I put out a video about my Alaska trip, or at least what I've learned so far, I put that video out yesterday. I woke up to 4 messages from people telling me about how this experience of me going to Alaska is not for me. It's all about my mom, and I should record less. I should only worry about her and make sure she is taken care of. Now, listen, on one side of that, I do agree, okay? But the thing that has me very angry is that I feel like when it comes to my personal life, which again, it's a hard way to kind of navigate through this YouTube thing. I'll explain in a second. But I feel like I have not established a line as far as where people should and should not cross. When people are messaging me, telling me that I shouldn't be as selfish as I normally am, and just stuff of this nature, it bothers me. Because look, you got to understand, first of all, this is my channel. This is my business. This is what I do for a living. And the thing is, when you have people that are coming here and messaging me, trying to get in touch with my personal life, like they really, really know me when they don't, and they haven't seen the process and things that I've gone through to get to this point, it bothers me that people have this assumption that I'm just like some workaholic that doesn't do anything ever. Now, given I have a pretty good work ethic, I can work for honestly days on end. Do I do that 24/7? No. The reason that I'm addressing this is simply due to the fact that I do not believe these people that message me and the hundreds of comments that I've seen on this over the past month or so since I've announced that I'm going to Alaska with my mom. I don't believe these people are coming from malice, hate. I believe they're coming out of love, be it from my channel, my brand. Maybe they even love like what I represent in me as a person, which I genuinely appreciate. It means the world to me. You guys have no idea. But when I say people don't know where the line is, I mean that people feel the need to take their personal thought process and their personal perspective and kind of put it on me. Look, when it comes to my personal life, yes, unfortunately and fortunately on YouTube, since I do this day in and day out for the most part, to some extent, I kind of have to let everybody in. And I intentionally do it sometimes because I believe the fact that you guys remember that I am a human and not just a robot talking to you guys through a phone or whatever device you're consuming this content from. I want all of you to understand that I'm a person that genuinely loves what I do. I'm a person that cares, and I want people to be able to travel because I believe travel is the greatest teacher. I believe it is an unforgettable experience. Now, when it comes to the situation with my mom in particular, I already see it coming, and this is why primarily I'm making this video. Guys, you gotta understand that when it comes to situations like this in particular, yes, I'm taking my mom on vacation. However, I operate essentially a vacation business. Now, I don't know what this is going to be down the road, but this is still my baby. It's my business. And it's because of all the work that I put in since 2018 up until now that has been able to afford me these opportunities. Now, you could say on one end, well, the sponsors are paying for a lot of it. Now, I'm paying for the excursions, and at the same time, in order to get to this point, right, the sponsors alone, they aren't just giving me a vacation just to kind of, go do what you do, have fun. We honestly, my brand, myself, I have not made it to that point yet where I can just kind of chill and relax and have a drink and not really worry about it and think that this company that has started sponsoring me less than 30 days ago is just going to give me this vacation to just run away with. All of this stuff is done with intention. And yes, I have so much appreciation for my sponsors' touring plans. They are doing an amazing job. Honestly, they have changed my life in more ways than I can explain. However, there is a business side of things that a lot of people have to understand. But another thing that I want to bring home is recently I did a video explaining to you guys how much I made with one video with 1 million views. And you guys just ran with it and said, well, how many days or weeks of work did it take to do that video? Guys, I wanted you to establish here, just with my videos, I'm very quick with my videos. I put what is needed. I believe that less is more. That video that earned me $7,400 and is still gaining me hundreds of dollars, I spent 4 hours on it. My girlfriend Lauren was there, 4 hours, okay? My news, to be honest with you and super transparent, I'll make a video about this another day. It typically takes me around 2 to 3 hours, okay? So I can literally start at 4, be done at 7 or 8, and I'm done for the rest of the day. When it comes to my vlogs on board cruise ships, I usually get around an hour's worth of footage. Now, if you take that and run with an average day, let's be fair here, it's not 24 hours. Let's say 12 to 15 hours throughout a actual day or a sunlight. Usually I have about an hour worth of footage, but people will take, let's say, a 20-minute video and assume that I'm just running around all over the place with the camera and not enjoying the moment. I believe that in life you have to have a balance of work and a balance of play. Me personally, from where I come from, most of you, I'm very transparent about it. I've been homeless in my life 3 times. And then up until even a year ago, I would wake up at 4 a.m. and go Uber all day long, with the exception of coming here to come eat some rice and some chicken or some ramen and do a video real quick and then head right back out. That was my life up until literally at the beginning of this year. Will I go back? Heck no. Will I work as much as I need to get to that point? Yes. Why? Because my life has changed. It really has over the past couple years up until the pandemic, and I'm grateful for it. But what you guys have to understand, and most of you may not be able to relate to this, but when you are starting under the ground, when you are starting from poverty, when you are starting from when you are poor, unfortunately, somebody has to make the sacrifice. Somebody has to do it. Otherwise, if everybody is selfless and all they think about is spending time with family, you're going to be a family of poor people, a family of struggle, a family of anger and hate and resentment and regret and lack of experiences because somebody didn't put that effort forward to say, you know what, I'm willing to sacrifice and essentially be selfish and go chase my dreams or chase a opportunity that could possibly change everything for everybody within of my circle, be it my friends, my family, and just in general, all of my loved ones. Now, what bothers me, again, I'm angry at myself for not establishing the line. But something that often will strike a nerve with me, and I'll be very honest with you guys, something that I will not ever tolerate and something that can potentially make me very angry even at other people is when people try to call me selfish or people try to say that, well, I'm not worried about other people, which is extremely untrue. I believe that money does not buy happiness. However, money is a good foundation because unfortunately and fortunately, when we live in this type of society, you need money to survive. You need money to build a future. You need money to put food on the table so that people can live a healthy lifestyle, to gain experiences like being able to travel. I remember when I was 17 years old, I was in high school when I had my son. Now, given, I take full accountability for things that have happened, whether you call it a mistake or whatever, I take accountability for the things that happened in my life. I was 17, a senior in high school when I had my son. And one thing that everybody kept telling me is that my life is over. And every single thing that I do moving forward is going to be for my son. Now, let's be real. I can understand that to a certain extent. But just looking at, let's say, the experiences of other people, because like I said, intelligent people look at experiences of others and not just inward at what they're going through. I've seen people that are running around here saying that my children are my life, they are my world. And I can resonate with that because my son is literally my world. However, in order to give him the things that either I never had or give him experiences that will change his life for the better and make him be a better overall person, I had to make a sacrifice. Instead of going to the military, instead of becoming a nurse, because I come from a big nursing family, I decided to take an opportunity, my dream job that somebody offered me, making $20 an hour, working at this theme park, Busch Gardens, that's owned by SeaWorld. And from there, all of this got established, because it's all a snowball effect. Every experience that you are dealing with in life leads you to where you are now. Most people don't see it that way, but personally, that's how I look at it. And had I not making that selfish mistake of being able to go to, or working at a theme park rather, as opposed to going to the military or going to nursing or finding a job that is safe and secure, that way I can spend as much time with my son as possible, I decided to chase my dream. And now my son doesn't have to pay for theme parks. Now my son is going to be able to travel all over the world for free. Right, and gain all these amazing experiences and be able to hopefully do more in life because he has seen more. I believe that is extremely important. So it's not so much about the money, but being able to build the connections, being able to build the resources. I believe that to a certain extent, you have to be selfish. Anybody that is in the NFL, anybody that is the CEO of a company, anybody that has gotten anywhere of stature or anywhere of respect, you do have to be selfish and worry about yourself to a certain extent, because if you're not taking care of yourself, as the old saying goes, you cannot take care of other people. But anyway, guys, I don't want to go on a whole tirade. I just want to establish this simple fact. When I go to Alaska next week, I am not being selfish. I am handling my business. And my mom personally, it's crazy. I'm part of like my dad and my mom. My dad, may he rest in peace. When it comes to like my dad, he was always very social. And you guys have seen, if you've ever met me in person, you know that I'm not running around with a camera 24/7. I'm very social. I talk to people, sometimes maybe more than I should. I'll talk your head off if you ever meet me. But my mom is more of like a homebody, and she's not very social. She enjoys her alone time. And even though I'm social, I also enjoy my alone time. Whether I'm with my girlfriend, my son, I do like to take a step away and just kind of, especially if I'm traveling, just kind of take it all in. My mom is the kind of person, she's very camera shy, so if you guys don't see her on camera 24/7, that's why. She has agreed with me to say that, yes, she has no problem giving her opinion on camera, stuff like that, but I'm not going to be camera all on her face, right? To me, that's where the disrespect comes in. So we've established where we're going to, as far as record and what we're not going to show, stuff like that, right? But my mom is the type of person that she wants to go by herself over to the balcony and be able to view the glaciers or the mountains or whatever we're going to see. She wants to be able to go to the spa. She wants to be able to read her book. So I just want to establish now, if you guys see me on the ship on Ovation of the Seas next week and it looks like I'm by myself, it's because either I have work that I have to do, which I think is fair game. I believe it's okay. Or my mom is probably off doing her own thing and taking in the experience. And I believe experience is what matters over time. You are never going to have enough time with somebody, because trust me, I know after losing my dad in January, there was that point where I said, you know what, like, man, I wish I had done this and this and this and spent time. But I realized at the end of the day, you got to make the time count. Whether it's your family or your children or your friends, make the time count. Don't count the time, because I promise you at the end, it is never, ever, ever going to be enough. Anyway, guys, I'm off of this whole tirade or whatever it is that you want to call it. I just want to make sure that all of you understand just kind of where the line is, and I want to make sure all of you guys understand where I try to go with my brand. Yes, I don't know what this is going to be. It could be a media company down the road. It could be a clothing line down the road. Who knows? A podcast? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a TED Talk later. But I want to establish just what my channel is, guys. And I know, again, a lot of people are going to be put off by this. I'm not going to apologize. But if you don't want this type of content, just unsubscribe. Okay? And I mean that in the most humble way, because I realize there is nothing on this earth, like I said, that I can do to please everyone. I love all of you. I appreciate it. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And for the people that are messaging me, stop doing that. Just don't do that. All right? There's a line. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you later on today because we have some crazy news to talk about. Take care.